Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So on this video, we're going to do a little bit of a preview on the Habs playing the Golden Knights. We're going to touch upon a few different topics on this stream. We want to go over the Tampa New York Islanders series. Obviously, it already kicked off today, and they got game one underway. We had the Islanders coming out on top. I believe it was 2-0. 2-0 win for the Islanders. So we'll talk.
It was 2-1. I lied. 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. Sorry, 2-1. So yeah, they scored a goal. Power play at the end. So we'll talk about the Habs versus the Vegas Golden Knights. It's going to be an exciting series, and I think a lot of Canada are behind the Habs. I mean, I don't know about Leaf fans, but me as a Leaf fan, I'm definitely cheering for them. And we'll talk a little bit about just the job Lou Lamoriello's done in New York, his tenure there after parting with the Maple Leafs, and Tavares was trending about a week back when they won the series. So we'll just chime in a little bit on that. We'll go a little bit over also the Maple Leaf fans. They're complaining about the CN Tower lit up red, white, and blue. I think Niagara Falls, they lit up red, white, and blue today as well. So we'll do a little bit of that, just to getting our opinion on that, and we'll talk a little bit about UFC. Obviously, Israel Adesanya. I don't know how to pronounce his name properly. Adesanya. His big dominant win yesterday. We'll also maybe go a little bit, do a preview on Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirer coming up on July 10th. Okay, so we'll start off with the Habs Vegas series. Jay, let's get your predictions and see what you think about the series and what are your opinions on it as we kick off tomorrow night.
So I think it's going to be a great series. Again, like I said in the intro, these teams haven't played each other in a full calendar year. I don't think they know too much about each other. I know Pacioretty can say things in the locker room, Tatar can say things in our locker room, but been a long time since either of them have played on those respective teams, and a lot has changed. So realistically, I think they all know nothing about each other going in. So it's going to be a fun series. I do predict a slow game one. I feel like both teams are going to feel each other out and just kind of get a feel for the series, see what the strengths and weaknesses are for each other before they really insert their game plan. I'm excited. I think both teams
I'm excited,
they match up pretty well. I think Vegas probably has a better first line in terms of overall talent, but the Deneau line has been in charge of shutting down the Matthews line and then what would have been the Scheifele line, and they've done a pretty good job. The second lines, I think, same thing. They're kind of a wash. Suzuki's line is playing probably their best hockey with Toffoli and Cole Caulfield. But
fast fact, sorry to cut you. I skated with Tyler Toffoli 10 years ago. That's my I don't know if it's a humble brag or whatever it is, but I was an AP for the Canadiens, and I had a few practice skates with Toffoli. So just amazing for him to get to where he is. And I didn't think at the time he was a great player, but I didn't know how good he was going to be. Just wanted to.
Outstanding for us. Absolutely no issues with him. But I think in terms of that second line, Caulfield's, Toffoli, and Suzuki, Godinez, Marchessault, Carlson, Smith, another great second line. To be honest, I think that we're going to make our bread and butter money with our third and fourth line. I think that our depth has really been outstanding. Our fourth line with Armia, Perry, and Stahl.
Perry's been a beast. What a steal for you guys, man.
All of them, man. If you told me 2 months ago that our best line in the playoffs was going to be Yoel Armia, Corey Perry, and Eric Stahl, I would have laughed at you. They're cycling like I've never seen a Habs team cycle in my entire life. Yeah.
Well, they have experience. I mean, he's won a cup with Anaheim, right?
Perry's won a cup, Stahl's won a cup.
Yeah.
I even think Armia may have a cup, but they're doing things I've never seen from a Habs team. They're all just so big and know how to use their positioning and body so well. Yeah. They've been very fun to watch as a Habs fan. Obviously, defensive, another one that RD is playing out of their mind, but they have Alex Pietrangelo, Alec Martinez, McNabb, Theodore. They have really good D. Jeff Petry's injured right now, which hopefully if he's out for the start of the series, he gets to come back. That'd be a huge blow. He eats up a lot of minutes, and he's just a great player overall. So hard to fill that void. Yeah. And then obviously the goaltending is again what this series is eventually going to come down to. Fleury's been out of his mind. Who's Vegas' head coach right now?
Pete DeBoer.
I don't know what DeBoer was thinking on game one, because he did not play Fleury.
I didn't understand that too. Robin Leonard, I didn't get that. Why they started him?
I could be wrong. Fleury definitely had at least one, if not two, shutouts in the first round.
Yeah.
I know it went to 7, but to get 2 shutouts and then not start game one when you won the series seems pretty asinine to me. But again, I don't get paid that kind of money, so it worked for him. He got the series dub, so DeBoer must be doing something.
I think he's third now all time Fleury in wins.
Something like that.
Fourth or third. Yeah. So he's a winner. I mean, obviously he had a good team in front of him in Pittsburgh and Vegas, but
two cups in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So 16 wins, 32 wins minimum. That's a lot. He's got a lot of dubs.
Yeah.
Carey Price again, playoff Price. He is what he is. Love him or hate him. Hopefully, love him.
I still think Carey Price is a better goaltender overall. Like, I know Fleury has, he has the cups, he has the record and everything. But if I'm picking a goaltender, I still think Carey Price.
If I need a goalie for one season, it's Carey Price. When we talk about the other series, I think if we need a goalie for the future, Vasilevsky is probably getting my pick. But if I need a goalie for right now, this one series, it's still Carey Price.
Like Fleury, the last 3-4 years he's been unbelievable in the playoffs. But there was a stint in Pittsburgh. I think it was 3 or 4 years in a row where he actually had a save percentage under 900. Like there was one series against Philly where he got completely lit up. But he's really rebounded the last 3 to 4 years. If you look at his playoff stats, he's really found a way to up his game and deliver. But I still like Price. I still think that if you're looking at Montreal versus Vegas, if you're looking in the goaltending section, even though at this point it's a toss-up, they're both playing tremendous, I still think that there's a little bit of an upper hand to Montreal when it comes to goaltending.
I think it's close. If you were to rank, if you just go by offense, defense, and goaltending, I think they're all close, but I think you give 2 check marks to Vegas, but Montreal gets the goaltending check mark.
Yeah. Paul Bissonnette, if anyone watches Spitting Chicklets, I don't get to watch that much of it because it's busy during the week, but whenever I get a chance to watch a few videos here and there, but I saw on Instagram he has the Habs in 4 games. So I don't know about that. I like this, but 4 games. He was heavy on the Leafs. He was riding the Leaf bandwagon, and
everyone he's cheered for has lost. Everyone that he said is going to win has lost. So I feel like he's just trolling. I don't think he actually thinks it's going to happen. That's what I'm saying in my head. I'm going to say Habs in 6.
I'm going to say Vegas in 6. Actually, I'm going to say 3 predictions because I really don't know. But I'm going to say Vegas in 6, Habs in 7, or Habs in 6. Those are my predictions. But
I'm gonna go with 1. Just Habs in 6. That's what I'm feeling. I think it's gonna be a crazy series. I hope the first game is better than what I expect it to be. But I do think that it's gonna be a war. I think they
need to get fans at the Bell Center. 2,500 is unacceptable. Canadian government,
figure it out.
Yeah, come on, let's get some fans in the building. I think all of Canada wants to finally see that, and even get 50%. Bell Center holds 23,000 people. If you can get 12,000 people in there, it's better than nothing. And make it happen. Make it happen for the city of Montreal and for the country, and let us rally behind the team. So, okay, guys. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Tampa Islanders series. Obviously, it already kicked off. We had Game 1 underway today, and the Islanders came on top 2-1. I'm cheering for the Islanders. I don't know about Jay, but I think. We've seen Tampa time and time, get to the third round. They won the cup last year, and I think it's time that. I think the last time the Islanders won the cup was 84. Was it 85 or 84? So I think they're due. And again, Spin Chicklets. I don't know if you guys watch. If you see what's his name, Frankie Borelli, and just Islanders fans in general. I think they're beauties, and I want the Islanders to finally win the cup. And I just want to see when was the last time they won the cup. I think it was 85. It's been a while for New York. 83.
Yeah.
83 was the last time they won the cup. So, I don't know. I think, the series itself, I think I see it going 6 or 7. Lou Lamoriello's done an amazing job there. He was a GM for the Leafs, obviously, and the Leafs decided to go with Dubas, a younger GM, inexperienced, but younger and very intellectual. So. But, you look at Lou Lamoriello, the guy's been in hockey his whole life. I don't even think he played hockey. I tried looking up Lou Lamoriello's hockey stats. If he played college hockey, I don't even think he played college hockey. I think he's been an executive. He got into coaching right away and then just became an executive. And he's done a tremendous job there on the island, and I think he deserves a ton of credit. The biggest thing was when they traded Tavares and the fans were, burning Tavares' jersey, and there was such an uproar in New York, basically saying that, okay, this is it. The team's going to have to start from scratch and do a rebuild, or they're going to have to do a significant retool. And quite the contrary. Since Tavares has been gone, they've actually had more success.
Very well. They've done very well.
They've had more success since Tavares has been gone. I think it was trending like a week ago on Twitter that John Tavares hasn't won a playoff series since he's left, and the Islanders have had tremendous success.
They've won like 5 or 6.
Yeah, so he's done an amazing job. And I was telling Jay, sometimes you look at the situation. I know I'm going back to Toronto. Sorry guys, but you look at Shanahan. He was an amazing player. Like, I'm very critical of Ben Shanahan, and I actually looked up his statistics a few days ago, and it actually shut me up. Like, who am I to say something about Shanahan? If you look at his career, he's won multiple cups, had tremendous seasons, and he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's part of the 100 best players in the NHL to have ever played. So I'm not criticizing him as a hockey player. He was a tremendous player, but I think as a fan, we have every right to criticize executives. We're paying customers. We buy their merchandise. We go to the games. We pay for the tickets. So,
that roster.
Yeah.
You're taking them over 25 other NHL rosters?
All I'm saying is that being a tremendous hockey player doesn't always necessarily translate to being an exceptional hockey GM. You've seen it with Yzerman. Joe Sakic, Steve Yzerman, they've had tremendous success, not only on the ice, but as executives in the offices, and it hasn't translated to Shanahan. And Wayne Gretzky, I feel, was another one, like the best player to ever play the game, but as a coach, he wasn't a great coach in Phoenix, and as an executive, I know he's been involved in the Oilers organization, but I don't know how much he's contributed there, and they've gone through their struggles too. So, I'm just going back to Lou Lamoriello. Sometimes it doesn't, I'm just saying the guy's never played hockey. I don't think the guy has any hockey career. I could be wrong here, but as an executive, he's done wonders. In New York, first getting Varlamov, who has been a tremendous goaltender in the NHL. Like, he's had some ups and downs, but he's kind of over the last few years just fallen under the radar. But he's been a revelation in New York. And one thing with Lou Lamoriello, even when he came to Toronto, one of the first things he did was get a goaltender, and they picked up Anderson, and he did the same thing when he went to the Islanders. He picked up Varlamov, and who else did he get there that has really been a core? Played roller hockey with Cizikas, another brag. Sorry guys, but yeah. So obviously the Islanders, it's a rematch from last year. Jay, what do you think? What's your prediction of the series?
Again, game 1 didn't go exactly as I thought, but good game all around. Both teams are incredible. They both deserve to be where they're at. I think both Tampa beating Carolina was a good series. The Islanders getting rid of Boston, good for them. Boston, I won the playoffs, is always a pretty hard team to go up against, and they shot them down.
Kucherov, 20 points in 10 games.
I don't think Kucherov is human, to be honest. I would like to get some DNA testing on that dude, because there's no way. I don't understand how he goes from not playing a single game in the regular season to just absolutely lighting up the NHL playoffs. I think at the time I typed my notes, he had 19 points in 10 games. I don't know if he got a point today or not. But to me, he's the consummate favorite right now. I don't think anyone else can be, and that's with a lot of really good players playing right now still.
Price, I think, is, in my opinion, still a consummate favorite.
I don't even,
Kucherov is, he's been unbelievable.
I don't think you can compete with 19 points in 10 games. That's that's insane.
Yeah.
I don't think, Tampa Bay to me looks like the stronger team just because of their special teams. Colorado, I think, was the second closest, but Tampa's power play when they're on is so dynamic, and as defenders, you have no idea what to do and who to cover. Stamkos pulls the Ovechkin, and he sits at home at the top of the circle, and you have to respect it. Kucherov, Hedman, I think, point in Killorn. Killorn's the odd name out, but he's just such a big boy and knows exactly what he's doing. Plays the system perfectly for them, that they just whip that puck around, and all of them are so skilled and talented that they're really good at those bumper passes, and they don't need the puck on their stick for more than half a millisecond before they get it off, and they're scary. Taking nothing away from the Islanders, I do think, especially after game 1, there's no way you can rule them out of winning this series. Up and down, they're a very solid team.
Yeah.
Goaltending's been insane.
Yeah.
I was one that kind of wrote Volodymyr off. I thought, especially after his domestic violence scandal, that he wasn't really going to find much of a home in the NHL. And again, another player that's proved me wrong. Again, I kind of will bring it back to Toronto because we always seem to. Tavares leaving on free agency after not accepting a trade, saying he was going to stay. I definitely understand the bite that I understand feel. I never really agree with burning your jersey. I feel like
they were ruthless when he came back to the island. Like
they were everywhere to be. Everywhere to be. If you want to talk trash to the player, if you want to be in his tweets and his comments, as mentioned, sure you can keep it civil, but you can talk trash there. They're professional athletes. If you're going to burn a jersey, go donate the jersey. Go give it to a kid. Make someone else's day. The stat again, they've won 5 or 6 series, and he hasn't done anything. So I feel like that should be all the justification Oilers fans really need at this point. But if you want to keep hating, keep hating.
What do you think about like Maple Leaf fans complaining about the CN Tower being lit red, white, and blue? They did Niagara Falls today too. Actually, let me see if I can pull up a picture of it.
So I think the 2 mayors put up a bet about the series. So I think that.
Hey, no to the Leafs. Just win more. Maybe the CN Tower will be blue and white. It's as simple as that. If the Leafs are in the second round, the CN Tower is blue and white. It's not red, white, and blue. So you can complain all you want, but at the end of the day, if the Leafs knew how to win in the playoffs, we wouldn't be having this issue. So blame the team that you cheer for not being able to win.
Yeah, I don't think that just because it's Montreal they're doing it. I think if it was Edmonton, it'd be orange and blue. If it was Winnipeg, it'd still be blue and white. If it was the Leafs, it'd still be blue and white.
I think in Montreal they would like. In all fairness to Leaf fans, I don't think Montreal would ever light one of their. I mean, they don't have a
CN Tower, bro. We would do the flag. I know we would do the flag at City Hall. That's the word I was like. City Hall.
The other thing too is that the CN Tower stands for Canadian National. It's not it's a Toronto it's in Toronto, but it's recognized around the world as a
Toronto landmark, but it's a Canadian landmark.
It's a Canadian landmark. Like everyone that sees, like it's a global landmark. Everyone knows the CN Tower, even though it's situated in Toronto. It's a representation of Canada. It's a symbol of Canada, like in a sense. So. I get it, like, maybe whoever called the shot to light it blue, red, and white, like, I personally don't have an issue with it. Hey guys, so sorry, I just realized halfway through that I had the iPhone audio also playing with the mic they were using, so there's a bit of an echo. So I think I fixed it now, but I just apologize for apologize for the poor audio.
I was gonna say Tampa in 6, but after game 1, I think it's going 7. So I'll stick with Tampa and say 7. But I will be gladly supply. I will have no issues if the Islanders want to win.
Yeah, guys, we're big hockey fans, but we do watch basketball. We watch UFC. I'm a huge UFC fan. Obviously, with basketball, the Suns just eliminated Denver an hour ago, so the Suns are into the next round. We still have the Clippers. I think they're down 2-1 in the series. Yeah. Milwaukee came back and tied it today. Yep. Giannis, for all the haters saying Giannis can't get it done, they tied the series. We'll see where it goes, but there's a minimum 6 games in that one, and then we have the Sixers Hawks. Sorry, and I mean, I don't know about that series. I'd rather see the Hawks beat the Sixers. I'm a big fan of Trae Young, and
Trae is good.
As a Raptors fan, you know how we feel about Embiid. Nothing against him, but just
I love Embiid.
he's a character, but I just like to see him lose. But nothing against him, but yeah, I'm cheering for Trae Young in that one. But we'll see where the NBA playoffs takes us. I mean, as much as Kawhi Leonard is my favorite player, but I feel like he won't win a championship with Ali this year. I don't know if he'll win it, next year or the year after if he stays, but I just don't see them winning this year. I don't know why.
They're good, bro. Clippers are good.
Yeah, maybe they can, but
it's up to George. If George wants to play actually Paul George, then good. If he plays regular playoff Paul George,
it's just unique character, man. The Raptors had so much character when Kawhi was on the team. I don't know if they have that same type of character and chemistry on the Clippers they did on the Raptors, and I don't know, but I guess we'll track this series. I think they play tomorrow
tomorrow at 10.
We'll see if they can tie up the series. And we saw UFC last night with Israel Adesanya. Did I get his name right? Adesanya, sorry. He retained his title. He's 21-1 now, but don't forget the loss that he had. He was in a higher weight class, so
against the champion.
So technically, in his weight class, he is still undefeated. and just put up a great performance. And obviously we have on July 10th, McGregor versus Poirier round 3. I hope Poirier wins. Nothing, you know. I guess I don't mind McGregor. He's a showman, but I think you know.
He was great for them. He definitely helped put them solidify them as the entertainment.
As a businessman, he was amazing for the sport. He really propelled UFC to what it is today. Man, you think in 2003, you know, you think everyone's getting together on a Saturday night to watch an event like it is now. I mean, it's I didn't even follow UFC back then, and now it's like when a big event happens, it's like the biggest thing. McGregor's a showman. He's a businessman first and foremost. He's a businessman. He's a showman. I don't even know if I put McGregor in the top 5 in UFC. Like, I think he's
now or forever.
I think forever. I don't think he's in the top 5. I mean, he's a great athlete. Like, I mean, in terms of legacy, I think if he loses to Poirier, I think that's. I mean, he's made his money, and but when it comes to legacy, I think, you know, Poirier. I don't know where he goes from here if he loses to Poirier. I like Poirier. I think seems like a pretty humble guy. He runs a bunch of charity initiatives, so I'm definitely team Poirier. Not that McGregor doesn't, but I just like the way he goes about things. I think he's more. He has, you know, he shows a little bit more integrity when he goes about his ways as opposed to Conor. But
he's not listed top 10 in a couple of these. I didn't know he had
McGregor?
5 losses. Yeah, McGregor has 5 losses.
Yeah, 4. I think he's 4, or is he 5 after the last one? Maybe he's 5 after the last one, but.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's going to be an exciting match, but I do hope that Poirier comes out on top and wins that. I don't know. Are you team McGregor or are you team Poirier?
Like, I like McGregor because I don't pay enough attention to the UFC.
Look, I'm a Khabib fan. I mean, I think we could.
Yeah, Khabib was the
I think it's
dude. He was the dude.
I think it's safe to say that Khabib McGregor. What was it? UFC event? I forgot the number. 229. UFC 229 will go down as the greatest UFC event in terms of. Pay-per-view buys, in terms of interest on a global level. Like, I had maybe 30 people in my basement for that event pre-COVID. I can't even imagine having 30 people now, like, just with everything that's gone on in the last year and a half. But yeah, it was a full house, and half the people in the basement were cheering for McGregor, and half the people were cheering for Khabib. So it was just such a memorable event. Obviously, when Khabib jumped the cage, we were going insane. In terms of legacy, I put Khabib, John Jones, Cormier.
Man, where is GSP in your list?
Yeah, GSP is up there. GSP, I love GSP. He's like the optimum of class and an amazing fighter. Seems like an amazing person. So, like, I don't know, those 4. I'm definitely missing.
GSP can't be number 4, man. GSP's
no,
gotta be your
I don't have.
3.
That's not a ranking, but like in terms of
Silva.
goats, GSP, Khabib. Jones. I mean, Jones has had a tough career though when it comes to, like, you know, getting in trouble with steroids and stuff.
He's still sick though.
Yeah, mastered his craft. I put Jones there as well.
Jones, Anderson Silva, GSP are the top 3, I think. Khabib is right there. Khabib is
yeah.
Man, he shouldn't retire.
Undefeated.
Why did he retire?
No, he respects his mom.
Yeah, I get. Mom said no, and I get it. That's it. The questions are done. Mom said no.
He doesn't need to fight anyone, man. He came into the UFC, just dominated, and like he said, he doesn't like. Who else is he gonna fight? Who else is he gonna? Unless he moves up a weight class, like, who else can he really fight? He dominated at the level. Like,
he should have moved up.
It's so fair. Yeah, he should have. Like, but who? Even if he moved up, who would fight?
I don't know people. I don't know I don't know enough. But he always, every single time I watched a fight with him, was like, he looks like 3 of that guy. Like, what? He's in this. That's the same weight class. Fights Bears.
Yeah. You know who's funny on Instagram? Hasbullah. You know?
No idea.
Oh, he's like the 2 like short. Like, there's a few of them, but they're actually 18 years old, but they look like they're kids. But they're hilarious, man. You should watch them. Hasbullah, and I forgot the other guy. So Jay, what are your predictions for McGregor Poirier? Who do you think is going to win that fight?
Again, honestly, just because I'm pretty sure the last fight was Poirier won the last fight, right?
Yeah, Poirier knocked him out.
McGregor won like ages ago, whatever, like 4 or 5 years ago when they fought the first time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough. If Conor's taking the fight seriously, it's hard to count him out. If he got knocked out last time, then.
That was his first knockout, I believe, McGregor in his career.
Okay, I remember the memes. I'm probably going to put a couple of dollars on him.
I'm hoping for a Poirier knockout on McGregor, but I don't know. I think it might go decision, actually. I don't know. I think McGregor has more to lose at this point in terms of his legacy, so I think he'll come out pretty strong. He's been training. I've seen a few of his clips recently, but I'm team Poirier, and I think I think Poirier will get the job done. I think Poirier will win will win this matchup. I hope he does, but I would not be surprised if McGregor comes out on top. But yeah, that's it, guys. I think we covered a lot for this stream. We'll try to do another one maybe next week. And obviously the Euro Cup has started, and there's been a lot of interest in that. So we'll go over some of the some of the games. Prayers to Eriksen. Hopefully he recovers.
I heard he's feeling better, in the hospital, stable. So
yeah.
I have to say, I got a kid now. I'm glad we did. I have to get this. I watch a lot of soccer, and soccer is probably one of the more famous ones where there are streakers who will go on. I think the YouTuber Vitaly, as soon as a streaker goes on, the cameramen start panning to the crowd. They go up in the air. They're looking at anything to take the attention away from a streaker. When you see a player go down like that, you have to take the cameras off of him. The fact that the Denmark team had to go in a circle and shield him to keep some privacy, and we saw them giving him chest compressions, we saw them doing CPR. They showed the keeper and the captain have to go to his wife and console the wife. The public does not need to see that.
Like, I didn't watch it live personally. I was getting the updates on Twitter, but it's just a generation we live in with people with phones and with
If
the
we
camera
get a
should know
TikTok
better.
and we get a Twitter feed of a random dude in the stands doing it, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But for every single network to be zooming in on this dude getting CPR on the ground,
cardiac arrest.
Unacceptable.
He went into cardiac arrest. Some people don't get it. I mean, it happened. I'm referencing. I just watched the whole Crown's Netflix series. Unbelievable series, by the way. Like, you saw it with Diana back in the day. I know she's not an athlete, but just paparazzi and just back then with her, like, there was no respect and integrity, and it's sad that I'm bringing it back to sports now, but like, they still don't know the line between they don't know what line to cross and what not to cross, and they should know by now. I mean, that was our stream. We'll try to do one next week, and as I mentioned, talk about the Euro Cup a bit more in depth, see where we are standing with the NHL playoffs and the NBA playoffs, and look forward to the McGregor Poirier fight on July 10th.
Ending on a good note.
Let's
go Habs.
Yeah. Summer's here, guys. Get out there. If you're from Toronto, get to Lakeshore, enjoy the weather. There's a lot of positivity in the air. Have you got your second dose?
Not yet.
I don't know. Some people are anti-vax, so respect to them too. But
for me, we're about a month away from the worst time of the year,
yeah,
which is about mid-July to September, because there's no basketball, there's no hockey, there's no football. The Euro Cup's going to be over. I don't like the heat.
Vladdy's killing it. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladdy is doing
stud.
Well. Vladdy's doing well. I'm not a huge baseball guy, but
go Habs. As a Leaf fan, go Habs, and let's see the two. I saw a funny thing: the two stripper capitals of North America, Montreal and Vegas, going at it. So it should be fun, and we'll tee it up, and we'll chat soon.
Ole, ole, ole! Let's get it.